Mateo, how we doing, man? How we doing, man? Good afternoon, Mateo. Just got done with my second day of school. First day, I clearly fell into the void. Everything I was worrying about did not come to pass. So I think it went pretty well. We shouldn't drive while recording these, man. Like, first off, it's like a repetitive format, which is like fine, I guess. But like, second off, like, I am distracted. I am going to drift and waver and teeter. Anyway, so second day, first day, I'll do it because I got a lot to do. So we got to fit this into the car ride right now, and maybe that's part of the reason why we drive while doing these videos. First day, second day went really well, really well. I think second day probably better than the first day. I'm doing a biological anthropology class, and I'm also doing a lab portion for that class. I'm doing a lab for the bioanthropology, and yeah, so the first class on the first day was a lecture for that biological anthropology, and the professor is literally Dr. Greg House from the TV show House. He has, first off, the fit is identical. He has the jeans, nondescript jeans, and then suit jacket top. He has the same braggadocious, like effortlessly, like the effortless swag and braggadocious movements. He's like pacing across the room, and his swinging out his leg as he paces the other way, and he swings out his leg and paces the other way. It was fucking hell. Biological anthropology, the study of humans, illogical, imperfect creatures, but nonetheless distinct from every other animal on planet Earth. Primates. What are they? Anybody? They're us, only even more dumb and unpredictable. Anyway, he's got like he has a very similar voice, but he's like distinct. It's not like obviously exactly the same, but very similar voice. He looks the same. He's the same age. He's like slightly crusty. It's in like a good way. I mean, just, it's incredible. And he's like really kind. He's like Dr. House with but he's also kind. Which, if you really watch the show, he is pretty kind. That's the thing, right? Anyway, really kind, really like fair with his grading policies and everything like that. So that was great. The class was kind of just going over the course policy, so nothing crazy, nothing like groundbreaking. Today, however, hold on, let me just make this yielded left and right hand turn before I continue my train of thought. And the thing is, buddy, we're gonna be here for fucking ever. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm begging you to go. I'm fucking begging you! Ah! Ah! Okay, we made it. Oh. Sierra Bonita Boulevard, more like poo-poo. Okay, here we go. So anyway, day two rolls around, and I have my lab portion of the biological anthropology. The instructor, or the professor for that, she is wonderful, super, like the opposite of that character. She's like, super, I'm a science communicator and your best friend, and I'm a gamer. Like very, just like, very pleasant character, and yeah, just great. Just great vibes from her. Everyone in my lab class, really friendly. I think I got like the most goated table. I've got one really friendly gay man, one slightly socially not self-confident man named Joey, one like 55-year-old spiritual yogi, some very like woman. I mean, definitely, I couldn't say what her like ethnicity is. Probably some kind of like Indo-Latina, Indian diaspora. I'm not even gonna try to guess, because I'm gonna be wrong. But anyway, she's like this like super like spiritual, this old woman basically. And then you have this like 13-year-old gender fluid, like wheelchair bound, high functioning autistic savant of a character who is just the biggest sweetheart in the world. Super like one of those types that is just like, you look at them and you see them interact in the class and you're like, wow, you are free. You are a free person. Like, you are so much more free than I am. I am a slave to myself compared to someone like this. Like, they just, I'm going. See, that's the thing, I'm going. They just shout out like the first thing that's on their mind, or like a thing they're interested in, or they'll add a little tidbit to what the teacher is saying, and in such a like jolly way, and they keep the energy up to the entire class, and they're just like, well, check out this animal, this crazy primate. Scientists don't even know if it's like an actual primate or if it's a lemur. They don't know. And then like the teacher hadn't even heard about this animal. She's like, well, that's crazy. Anyway, biological anthropology is the study of primates, human ancestors, and the evolution and like changes over time of humans and our ancestors, and our modern variants between the different species. Very interesting stuff. We're gonna be like examining skulls of like primates and monkey skeletons and stuff like that. So I'm in paradise. I have found my place in that respect. And yeah, everyone at my table, we just got along beautifully. Just such great energy from everyone, and such a pleasure. We had like a group project where we had to design an experiment. With like an independent and a dependent variable. I fucking forgot to add like a control on my like personal experiment, which is a separate thing, but our hypothesis or our experiment was like, okay, measuring each other's wingspans minus the length of our hand, and then also measuring our hand length. And then it's like, okay, our hypothesis is people with larger wingspans are going to have bigger hands. And it turns out we were dead fucking wrong, at least for our sample size, which was our table. So I had the longest or the broadest wingspan, but my hands were like, which I don't know if they measured correctly, but my hands were like the same size as the 13-year-old. And I'm like, I don't know if they're 13. They seem very young, but they're like all savants. So it could be one of those like child genius, or they could just be, a youngster looking, 18 to 20 some year old. Anyway, it was a great time. Then I had my yoga class, which was canceled because the yoga instructor had like a family emergency or something like that. So I can't really get into how I feel right now. I don't think there's enough time. But the first days went very well, and I am very pleased. I'm very pleased. That's the thing about me. I will get into a car accident just to save face. They try to play chicken with a guy like me, and I will just kill myself. That's the thing. It's not playing chicken, it's playing when should I get out the way, because he won't stop. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, we'll discuss how I felt about all of this in my next video. But anyway, yeah. Really great first 2 days.